I'm planning and working on a sawmill shed. Everything I'm doing right now is trying to get a sawmill shed built. Now the sawmill that I have right now may not be the end user sawmill. Someday it may get replaced. So I want to build a shed that would accommodate not only what I have, but whatever I might have in the future. Lord willing, the shed that I'm building now needs to have a lifespan of around, I'm gonna say 25 years. No, the last thing in the world I want to do is put up something that I'm going to regret. What I'm into right now is prep work. Well, is prep work work? You bet your bottom dollar it is. But you know, in some ways, prep work may be the most important part of the work. You know, back in the day, when I was a youngin', almost everybody heated either with wood stoves or coal. And then we got a little sophisticated in the South, you know, and we started getting these heat pumps and stuff. But there's still a lot of people up in the mountains that heat with wood stoves, and a lot of people down here in the Piedmont. And there's nothing, for me, nothing nicer than to come in on a cold morning and get that baby heating this place up. You know, and it's funny how there's a correlation between cold mornings and me needing to work in the shop. I hadn't used this saw. I believe it's the first steel I ever bought is a MS-20, and this thing's not got the same horsepower as that 391. It's actually a little bit heavier, but it's old. I hadn't cranked this. I'm gonna see if it'll crank up and see what it'll do. Give her a try anyway. Well, I made the decision, as I sometimes do, just stack these rounds up here and let them season some. I think I'm gonna take a little out of that. I can't hardly tell if it's a gum or poplar, but whatever it is, it's been on the ground a while, it'll burn. I'm gonna take a few rounds out of that and see how that goes. I'm still not sure what it is, even after going into it. I'm pretty sure it's a gum tree, but I ain't positive. I know this. I know this much. It's wood, and it'll burn, and it's pretty dry. Not terrible. It won't go up like it'll get me through till I can do some serious firewood harvesting. But I got enough there for a couple of days running, whatever it is. I don't have a clue. And it's been down a while, it's pretty dry, so it'll make a good hot fire. Every little bit better than no bit. Like my old buddy used to tell me, he said, just do what you can do and do it for as long as you can. That's pretty good advice. Here, I'm about done with it, but I thought, well, let me go over it just one or two more times. I don't know if you can tell or not. That is about as slick can be. I'll tell you what, by George, wherever you want to look, that's pretty slick. So for us guys that can't afford all them fancy implements, and I know many of you have done the same thing. Back in my Little League days, we had a piece of chain link fence. I'm sure everybody's done this. I don't know, about 6 feet long or so. Put you some weights or a cross tie or something tied to that chain link fence, and that's how we used to drag the ball fields. Well, works pretty good on gravel too. Well, I ran over this with my packer, which is that Super Duty over there. Got her packed down. Getting ready to build a sawmill shed, but I've been studying over a situation that I think I need to go ahead and take care of. I've got 3, maybe 4 trees right here that if I build that sawmill shed, the place to drop them, if I ever need to drop them, is going to be extremely limited. So I think I'm just going to go ahead, definitely take those 2 out, might take this one out, and might take that one out. I don't know about that one, but these 2, definitely. White oak, it's about 14 inches at the stump. It's pretty much a juvenile, but it's going to do 2 things. Number one, I can go ahead and drop it now before the shed's built. Then as it does grow and whatever, you know, I'll have it out of the way. Have it out of the way. This poplar here is a little bit more of an issue because, as you might can tell, it's got a pretty good lean back towards this building and a pretty good lean over towards the shed. So the kid is going to go double or triple protective on it and trying to get it down. And I'd like to drop, probably going to drop the white oak first right here, limb it up, buck it up, and then work on this poplar. Try to drop it right here, limb it up, buck it up. Another reason why I need to take them down, I hate to cut trees, but I've decided to go with 14-foot rafters on the sawmill shed, and everything I've got is 12/6. So I need some 14-foot material, and those things will dry out lickety split. I mean, I'm not going to dry them out too quick. If they're still green when they go up, they're green, and that's wonderful and fine. But I do need some 14-foot material for the rafters. So I'll take that out of those poplars, or that's the plan. Before I get to the trees though, I need a place to stack stuff. So I'm gonna work on this for just a minute. Shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna put me some racks in here. Put me some boards up against that bank to keep logs off the dirt. And put these, probably gonna put them cross ties up there. Put some blocks down here and build this up. I'm gonna use about anything I can find. If you got just a second, I'll show you what the plan is. Anyway, we're making room to cut the trees down. But also, I need to open this up. So I've made 3 racks here. One here, and one here. I'm gonna go ahead and move these ash logs. And I may move, not sure, may move those 4x6s. I may stack them over here. I'm not sure, because I didn't really level these up to put milled lumber on. Really, I just did this for logs, because I'm going to have several logs if I cut them poplars down. I don't know. I'll see when I get there. never ceases to amaze me. And I get going and I've got plans to do something, and then the plans have to change. But while I've got the skid steer out, I'm gonna go ahead and move these oaks over here because I'm gonna be cutting that white oak. These are red oaks, but I'm gonna make an oak stack, a poplar stack, and an ash stack over here. Yeah, I believe it got a bunch of leaves. Clogged up in it. No biggie, I don't guess. Yeah, it's packed in there like, well, let me just show you. Come in here and take a look at this. That's what happened. I may need some kind of digger implement other than my fingers. I don't know. I guess it just committed the perfect storm. Didn't take much, but does. Well, the poplar trees are going to have to wait till another day. But I feel like I made pretty good progress. Got this cleaned up, this stacked up, this smoothed out, that cleaned up, that sort of cleaned up. So I'm going to call it a day. I don't know what kind of day I'm going to call it, but that was a good bit of work. I hope that I put out content that's worthy of your time, entertaining, might even at times be something educational, but entertaining, something worthy of your time. So that's going to conclude poplars. I'll be getting you later. That white oak wasn't quite as tall as that poplar, and we got 6, almost 9 foot. What's 6 9s? About 54. So that poplar, and of course you can't count the top, but that was 54 feet of trunk. So I expect these trees about 80 feet tall. That poplar is about 20 inches, close to it at the base. If I take that one down, it's, I don't know, maybe 15 inches, 10, something like that. Didn't make a good tube of 6s. Anyway, I'm sorry this took so long, but hey, that was a lot of work. My friend, I'll see you in the next one. 1, 2, 3. '58. At around 60-year-old white oak. I appreciate you joining me.